Good day everyone, I am Ranpal Bigirvamin from BSN English 2. Today I am going to discuss about teaching adolescent literature. But before we formally start our discussion, let us first have a recap about what we discussed last meeting. So last meeting we discussed about teaching children adolescent literature. It is a type of literature often features protagonists who are adolescent or young adults. We discussed also about the goals of teaching adolescent literature to children and on how to teach adolescent literature to children. So that is what we discussed last meeting. And I know that you already know of what we discussed last meeting because it broadly discussed by the reporter. So for our learning objectives, at the end of discussion, the students should be able to first, define what is adolescent literature. Second, value the importance of teaching adolescent literature in the learning of the students. And lastly, recognize how language development can be achieved through the use of adolescent literature. So these are the learning objectives that we are going to meet in this discussion. Before we proceed, let's first have a short game called Guess the Book Challenge. Here are the mechanics of the game. So I will flash some famous line from the books. Then you are going to guess who is the character who said that and where's the book it came from. So okay, let's start. First line is happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. So okay, that's right. It is Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. That's correct. Thank you for your answer. Second line is not all those who wander are lost. So who is the character who said this line? Yes, that's correct. It's Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings. Very good. So third line is it is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. So who said this? Yes, that's correct. That is also Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. Very good. You're so familiar on the lines of these famous books or these famous characters. And last line, you never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb inside of his skin and walk around in it. So who said this line? Yes, that's correct. That is Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird. Very good, everyone. Let's give everyone a round of applause. Alright, thank you for your active participation, class. Now let us start with the discussion. Our lesson for today is teaching adolescent literature. Now, let's define what is adolescent literature. So, adolescent literature is also known as young adult literature or YA literature. It refers to books specifically written for and targeted towards adolescents, typically between ages of 12 and 18. It often explores the themes and issues that are relevant to young adults, including identity, self-discovery, coming of age, relationships, social challenges, and personal growth. So these books cover a wide range of genres, including fiction, nonfiction, fantasy, science fiction, romance mystery, and more. They are written in a way that is engaging and accessible to young readers while also exploring complex themes and emotions. So, adolescent literature plays a crucial role in helping teenagers navigate the challenges of adolescence, understand themselves better, and develop empathy by experiencing different perspectives through storytelling. So the authors of adolescent literature strive to create authentic and relatable characters and storylines that resonate with young readers, making this genre a powerful tool for both entertainment and education. So, like all the famous line that we encounter on our game, so those authors wanted to give a message to the young adults or to the young readers about a relatable characters and storylines, which is it can give a great impact to their lives. So this young adults literature also um, give a message to the young adults reader. So here are some examples of adolescent literature. First is Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson. So Bridge to Terabithia, it is a touching and thought-provoking novel. So it is a novel. It explores themes of friendship, imagination, loss, and resilience, resonating with readers of all ages through its emotional depth and powerful storytelling. So, Bridge to Terabithia, it gives a emotional impact to the young readers. And this is one of my favorite novel or favorite book that I've already read. Because there's a lot of there's a lot of experience or experience of the characters I also that I also experience or that navigate my emotions about that certain experience, and also all the all the scene in not all but some of the scene in the Bridge of Terabithia also give a great impact emotionally to me and about how I give a perspectives in life or how I see the world. So the this book, Bridge of Terabithia, also a one of my recommendation to you to read. So next is Anger is a Gift by Mark Oshiro. So it is a novel that examines themes of social injustice, anger, empowerment, identity, community, and resilience, offering readers a compelling narrative that sheds light on the struggle and strength of marginalized communities in the face of systematic oppression. So that is Anger is a Gift. So third one is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. All the Bright Places explores themes of mental health, grief, love, friendship, self-discovery, and the complexities of human emotions, resonating with readers through its raw and heartfelt portrayal of life's challenges and triumphs. So next one is Harry Potter. Harry Potter is the most famous book or novel that I've already read. A lot of experience, and that also that I already experienced that I can also like in the Harry Potter. So Harry Potter is rich with themes of friendship, courage, good versus evil, identity, love, prejudice, and loss, creating a captivating and immersive world that resonates with readers through its timeless messages of hope, resilience, and the power of magic and imagination. So Harry Potter also helped the young readers to imagine things because just like what we learned on the previous discussions, and imagination can help us to navigate things around the world, and it also help us to relax or to imagine those things that make us happy. So Harry Potter also help the young readers to imagine those things that is more beautiful or makes our life more um, more beautiful and balanced. So that is Harry Potter. So next one is If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. So If I Was Your Girl is a poignant and a powerful novel that explores themes of gender identity, acceptance, family dynamics, relationships, bullying, and the journey towards self-acceptance and authenticity. So, the main character in this novel is Amanda. So, through Amanda's story, it sheds light on the challenges and triumphs of transgender individuals, promoting empathy, understanding, and acceptance of diverse identities and experience. So, in this novel, just like what I said, Amanda is the main character, and she is a transgender, which is like it fighting about how the society accept that center a certain gender. So that is the theme of If I Was Your Girl. So number 6 is, or the next one is, I Wish You All the Best. So I Wish You All the Best also is just like, if the theme of I Wish You All the Best is just like If I Was Your Girl, because it also fighting about how the society accept the third gender or the other gender in our society, which is um kumbaga nakikilala na siya sa society natin. So I Wish You All the Best is a touching and empowering novel that delves into themes of gender identity, acceptance, family dynamics, friendship, love, mental health, and resilience. And as you like, di ba, halos magkapareho lang ang theme na iniikutan ng If I Was Your Girl and I Wish You All the Best. It is intended to the young readers to make to feel free to love and to accept themselves whatever the society says about them. So next and last example is Before We Were Free. We Were Free explores themes of political oppression, freedom, family, identity, courage, hope, offering readers a compelling narrative that shed light on the struggles and triumphs of individuals living under oppressive regime and their unwavering quest for liberation and self-determination. So, just like what I said, these three is almost similar about their theme, because it also about the acceptance of a certain individual about themselves. So those 8 are the examples of adolescent literature that explores a different themes that can also give a realization or a great impact to the young readers if they are going to read these novels or these books. We are already done on the examples. So next one is Importance of Adolescent Literature. So first importance of adolescent literature is representation and identity. Adolescent literature provides young readers with character and stories that reflect their own identities and experiences. Just like what I said earlier about identities and experiences of the characters, it can also give a great impact or um, great impact to the readers or to the young readers. So, adolescent literature helps them see themselves and their communities represented in literature, fostering a sense of belonging and validating their own experiences. Next one is emotional development. So, adolescent literature explores a wide range of emotions and experiences, allowing young readers to navigate and understand their own emotions. It helps them develop emotional intelligence, empathy, and self-awareness by connecting with characters who face similar challenges and emotions. So, it said that adolescent literature also help the young readers to develop their emotion. Kumbaga, um, it helps them to be third importance is critical thinking and analytical skills. So adolescent literature often presents complex themes, moral dilemmas, and diverse perspectives. By engaging with these narratives, young readers develop critical thinking skills, learn to analyze different viewpoints, and make connections between the text and the real world issues. So number 4 is language and literacy skills. So reading adolescent literature enhances language skills, vocabulary, and reading comprehension. So, 'di ba, there's a lot of words that is not or that are not familiar to the young readers. So, through searching about the deepest meaning of those words, they can also develop their language and literacy skills. So next one is empathy and understanding. Adolescent literature exposes young readers to diverse cultures, backgrounds, and experiences. It promotes empathy by allowing readers to step into the shoes of characters from different walks of life, fostering understanding, tolerance, and respect for others. So, it said that adolescent literature also develop empathy and understanding of the young readers. So through reading this adolescent literature, it can help the young readers to develop their empathy and understanding about or respecting of the others, just like in emotion or the social, on how they understand their problems to help them, just like in the character. So next one is personal growth and identity formation. Adolescent literature often explores themes of identity, self-discovery, and personal growth. The adolescent literature helps young readers navigate the challenges of adolescents, understand their own identities, and develop a sense of self. So, the adolescent literature also have personal growth and identity formation of the young readers. So, number 7 is lifelong love for reading. It, encourage, it encouraging young readers to engage with adolescent literature can foster a lifelong love for reading. It instills a habit of reading for pleasure, promotes continuous reading, and expands their literacy horizons. So, the adolescent literature can also help the young readers to love reading and to engage to reading, because if the themes are right to the young readers, it can encourage them to read more books, and it can also help them to analyze those books on how it can help them, or on how it can give them a message, or it can change their manner or perspectives in life. So next is cultural and social awareness. Adolescent literature exposes young readers to different cultures, traditions, and social issues. It broadens their perspectives, promotes cultural awareness, and encourages them to become informed global citizens. So, adolescent literature also helps the young readers to be culturally and socially aware, because there's a lot of scene in the adolescent books that can help the young readers to be more culturally and socially awareness. So that is the importance of adolescent literature. Now let's go, we move on to the strategies for teaching adolescent literature. So there are 5 famous strategies for teaching adolescent literature. So first is book selection. So choosing a variety of books that cater the different interests, genres, and reading levels. Consider also incorporating both classic and contemporary literature, as well as diverse voices and perspectives. So, in selecting a appropriate book for the young readers, it allows students to explore different themes and styles, fostering a love for reading. If there's a lot of themes, or there's a lot of genres of adolescent literature or books, it can also help them to be more familiarized about the styles, and it can also help them to love reading, or it can foster the young readers to love for reading. So next is literature circles. So in literature circles, the teacher or the educator can in a discussion, they can form a small group of students and assign them specific books to read. Encourage them to discuss and analyze the text, share their interpretation and thoughts, and engage in meaningful conversations. So in literature circles, um, it can integrate to a discussion, or it can apply to a discussion, the literature circles. So in literature circles, it can help them to socialize about their on their classmates, about how they interpret that certain book that the teacher or the educator gave to them. So through this, it can help the student to have a knowledge on how to negotiate, or how to socialize to their classmates or to the other learners. So third one is scaffolding. It provides support and scaffolding for struggling readers. Offer pre-reading activities, graphic organizers, vocabulary support, and comprehension guides to help students navigate the text. So, in scaffolding, as we already know, that scaffolding is a different activities or differentiated instruction for the students. So it ensures that all students can access and understand the literature. So number 4 is multimedia integration. So we are already in the 21st century, and there's a lot of technologies that we can use in teaching literature. Just like in multimedia integration, we can also incorporate multimedia elements such as videos, audio clips, and visual representations related to the literature. So this helps students make connections between different forms of media and enhances their understanding and engagement with the text. It can also help the students to be more familiarized or to be more familiar about the technology or the multimedia that we already use for today's generation. So next and lastly is creative projects. The educator or the teacher can assign creative projects that allow students to demonstrate their understanding of the literature in different ways. These include creating book trailers, writing alternative endings, designing character profiles, or performing dramatic interpretations. It promotes active learning and allows students to showcase their activity. So in creative projects, it is also a differentiated instruction for the students to do or to have a learnings about a certain literature. So those are the strategies for teaching adolescent literature. For our conclusion, teaching adolescent literature is a powerful and impactful endeavor that can have a profound influence on young readers. By incorporating adolescent literature into the classroom, educators can foster a love for reading, promote critical thinking, and cultivate empathy and understanding among their students. So, that's all for my discussion in this video. I hope you understand something and you learn something about my discussion. Now, let's go to our task. This is titled Play It. So for the instructions, the class will be divided into 3 groups. Then, each group will pick a scene from the literary books that they know or they already read. After that, they will be given 15 minutes to practice and internalize the characters of the story, then act it in front of the class. So each group will be graded accordingly to the rubrics below. So we have a rubrics of 1 is the lowest and 4 is the highest score. Next one, for our evaluation. The students will select one of their favorite adolescent literature or books. Then they are going to create an essay by answering the questions below. First question. What are the main themes explored? Now let's go to our evaluation. Select one of your favorite adolescent literature or books. Then create an essay by answering the questions below. So first question, what are the main themes explored in the book? Second, explain how these themes relates to the experiences and challenges faced by adolescents. Third one, how the characters' experience and challenges contribute to their personal growth. And lastly, discuss the messages or life lessons that the author conveys through the story. So that is for our evaluation part. You are going to create an essay by answering this question. So for our assignment, it is entitled Character Collage. For the objective, to visualize, represent a character from adolescent literature book through a collage. So for our instructions, you are going to select a character from adolescent literature that you have read or you are already that you are or are currently reading. Then choose a character that you find interesting and can visualize. You are going to create a collage that represents the chosen character using magazines, newspapers, colored paper, or any other materials you have available in your house. The third one, include images, words, and symbols that reflect the character's physical appearance, personality traits, interests, and significant moments from the book. And number 4, arrange the materials on a piece of paper or poster board to create a visually appealing collage. You can cut out pictures, write quotes, or draw illustrations to represent the character. So that is for our assignment, the character collage. And that's all for our discussion. Thank you. Again, I am Renpal B. Grabamin from BSED English 2. That's all. Goodbye.